Shall we? Who's ready for it? Who's ready for some boom, baby, boom? Rise and shine. This morning, marijuana motivation time. I'm your host with the mostest, Marky Sate. This is Saints Addiction. Every morning I wake up and I'm blessed to have this mission. I'm blessed to have my mindset. And this morning, they're not like us. That's this morning's marijuana motivation. They're not like us, bro. They're not like me. They're just like them. And there are people that will constantly be the way that they want to be. And that's this morning's motivation. Every morning I reach, preach, and teach. And this morning is no different. It's a highly evolved, emotional morning. And, I'm breaking up with my girlfriend and tears and things aren't exactly going my way. But I had to have a conversation. And I had to take off my glasses and make eye contact and say, they're not like us, or you're not like me. I don't operate that way. And this is that conversation we're going to have today. Saints Addiction. We out here. So to be a saint, I had to move away from my addictions. I had to get really real with myself. And that Ray Diola, that Cottonmouth that my homie got me, this Cottonmouth Green Runts live resin vape cart that I just got, I'm going to start puffing on. For the morning motivation, I'm out of flour, but thankfully for my friend Alex, this thing came through and now I got a new cart to suck on. Broken Vapes, 25% off, in case you want it, need it, whatever, you can see it. You mentioned Saints Addiction, and you can get 15% off your cart as well, but I'm going to show you how I changed the cart real quick so you can see it yourself. Kind of get this little device off the little stringy thing. But, that's the thing. That's the crutch of it, That's I'm too much for most people. I'm too much. I'm like David Goggins crazy, where I don't put no excuses on me. I don't stop nothing from happening inside my own mind. And yeah, dude, this thing's almost gone. Look at that. I sucked it down, bro. I sucked it down. Actually, let's suck it down some more. Morning marijuana motivation, but you're gonna have to find your own motivation, bro. There's gonna be nobody that's coming around educating you or pumping you up or coaching you. They're not around. They're gonna be people that are gonna distract you, detract you, talk shit about you. You know who they are, bro. They know who they are. There are different type of people out in this world. There are people that will let their emotionality become their reality. There are people that can't wait to jump into arguments and continue arguing instead of coming to communication and understanding. There are people that will let their ego lead because they're too afraid to actually bleed. This is a thing. They're not like me. They're not like us, the people that actually go to a psychologist and handle their situations. They're not like us when they are people out there that actually take action and do what they say they're going to do. There's so many few people. I only got a few day ones, but when they come through, I told now my ex-girl, I told her, I said, look, man, I got friends that I chose for their content of character. I didn't choose them because they were popular or rich or they had some kind of position in society. I chose them because they would have my back no matter what. And I'm not asking for undying loyalty. I don't have yes men around me. I'm just talking about people that really had my genuine interest at heart. And for most people, they only care about themselves. They care about what other people think or how they look to other people or the way that they feel. The weird part is I get to choose the way that I feel. For people that are like this, they get to choose the way that they feel. They can put on a coat and say, you know what, I want to be angry all day. That's a choice, bro. You can be angry all day, hate your life, talk shit about it, be sarcastic, be lippy. You can do that. You're allowed to do whatever the fuck you want, but you're also going to get the same conclusions, consequences, and retributions. That's what it is. And most people, they think they're just so slick that they're going to outsmart other people to follow their page or that they're so cool no one else can see the forest through the trees. We all see. We all have jobs that we don't like to go to, boyfriends that bitch at us, and we all wish that we looked a little bit different. Here's the difference. I'm willing to do something about it. I'm willing to go get on a diet and get this weight off of me. It's come back, but at least I can keep it real with myself. She tried to throw it back at me, think I have an eating disorder. I'm like, no, bro, I just literally got to figure out my own body. It took me 44 years, and fasting was the way for me and my body and my genetics. But I've done purged, binged, bulimic. What's the other one when you're bulimic and then you're not dyslexic? What's the other one? Anemic? No. What's the other one when you're just too skinny? Anyway, my point is that, the extremes of things, right? The extremes of things that you think that somebody can actually talk to you, right? We're talking about Ray Diola and having real conversations, and somebody can tell you when you're being stubborn. Someone can tell you when you're being obnoxious. Someone can tell you, other than an AI or what did they developed some kind of system to show you how you are, right? They came up with some kind of, I don't know what to call it, algorithm, an algorithm to say you've been voting this way the whole time, and over all the emotionality of your life and the way that you are and the way that you've been acting, we think and predict that you will act this way or vote this way, or here's how your decisions, the algorithm interprets your decisions. I'm of the belief that human beings can be aware enough to interpret all of their own decisions. That's right. I'm him. That's me. My friend that just added me. How you been? I was like, what the fuck, bro? We were friends. About time we're motherfucking friends. I'm that friend. Bitch, I'm him. To tell you when you're getting fat. To tell you when you're being obnoxious. To tell you when you're out of pocket. You need real friends. You need to be real with yourself, right? Stop really lying to yourself and get real with all your relationships. It will behoove you to be radically honest. Hold tight. I'll blow my nose again. It will behoove you to be who you actually are. My friend was giving me a compliment. Thanks, Trent. He was like, look at Mark. Bro, I really do have snot coming out my nose. I really do use my shirt to wipe it up because there's just so much snot. And I really am out here living my life without fear of judgment or somebody's going to misinterpret it. Man, you already know the truth. I already know by the time I fucking impressed the 9th person, the 10th person changed their vote. I already know that people are fickle and they're not actually going to put in the work. I already know that there's motherfuckers out there that live on excuse land, and they're always going to rationalize right in front of you why their fears aren't working, or why their dreams aren't working, or why they're not working. It's enough to miss the bus, dude. I lost all this weight coming from around the world. Went with the girl. She was back on the sugars, back on the overeating, back on the, I don't give a fuck, you're too skinny. And it was just like, I don't mind I was getting a little bit too skinny, but I do want a girl that works out. I do want a girl that cares about the way that she looks. And I do want a girl that does something about it. That's me. I'm in there putting work in the gym. Do you think a gym rat's going to date a lazy couch potato? It don't work that way. And do you think an analytical person's going to date somebody that's problematic? It don't work that way. But we do these things and expecting them to work. We go into work environments. I have one friend, and she might not be my friend for very long, but she was trying to get a job, and she was like, I'm head bitch in charge. She had never done one day of the work, showed up late, didn't know the name of the business, but she wanted to be the head bitch in charge. That was all ego. And that's not your amigo. Your amigo will, your ego will lie to you. It will tell you that you can cry all day and that'll be productive. It can tell you that it's a fucking heat warning out here right now, and I still got to get over to the conventions and make it happen. You can convince yourself of all the excuses, reasons, and rationale for the reasons why shit ain't working out. And the one reason that you ain't getting it is because you're not looking in the motherfucking mirror, bro. That's the person that's been drilling holes in your canoe. That's the person that keeps eating the cookies at night. That's the person that likes to fucking sit and play video games. You're your own worst competition, man. And that's just it. I'm here to tell you, it's not me versus you. It's you versus you. You and your environment, you and your genetics, and you and your mentality are in a constant battle to win at this perspective. This thing called life, are you looking at it as it's happening to you or for you? Or is the universe conspiring in your favor? Or are you constantly a victim? Do I not hear it from the other people? I'm so lonely, and I just need somebody in this injury and this health condition. No, you're married to your health condition. There's people that if it bleeds, it leads. It gets them all the attention, so they put all their energy into it. They're not like us. I don't want your attention. I want your motivation. There's a big difference. I don't want your apology. I want your changed behavior. And matter of fact, I want everything that's got coming to me in my life because I fucking earned it. And that would be it. I'm not settling for some mids. I'm not settling in for no excuses. I'm not settling even for fear anymore, right? I am me. He is I, and I is him. Him with the biggest dick with my motherfucking name. And to put your name on your shirt, on the back of your shirt, and represent yourself, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent, that's the way it's going to be. First you go left, then you go wrong, right? First you go right, then you go wrong. Everybody's trying to make these decisions, going left, going right, yes or no. You should have gone straight to the castle, straight to the man in the mirror, straight to the myth, the legend, that you look in yourself and you go, what kind of shit have I been pulling? Right? Have I been pulling the wool over my eyes? Have I been putting my head underneath the sand? Have I been lying to myself? Then you ain't got Saint's addiction. Because I had to be real about my addictions. I had to be real about my shortcomings, my abortions, my miscarriages, my abuse. I had to be real about my my laziness and my lack of motivation and lethargicness. I was in Machu Picchu in the fucking in my room watching my breath leave the room. It was so cold. I've never been in a hotel room where I could see my own breath, by the way. That was interesting. I'm like, how can I make it all the way to Machu Picchu and not get these websites up? How is it that I keep finding a way to travel the world, but my websites aren't up? Mark, what is wrong with this picture? And ask myself, what's wrong with me? What are my excuses? What are my weaknesses? What are the things that are not letting me be who I truly can be? And then you got Saint's addiction. Then you got that mission where you have to actually be honest with yourself. I'm sorry if I didn't turn on the live chat. I got you, bro. You have to be honest with yourself and say, hey, honestly, what are my patterns? What are the things that I like to do? Oh, when someone breaks up with me, I'll go grab the ice cream, sit on the couch and go Netflix. That's a lot of us, okay? Or will I go past the weights that I got from my home, the 35-pound weights, and curl them real quick and get that energy out of me? They're not like us. There are people that are going to let the energy come through their body and do something with that energy and be creative and be in action and make it flow. And there are people that just stop, freeze, let it fawn, let them sit their days away in front of the TV, let them be on the fucking couch, let them have no ambition and have no direction. That is a choice too. But know that those responsibilities, those actions, those consequences, they're coming for you. You don't get to avoid the diabetes last minute since you've been eating the sugars the whole fucking time. You don't get to avoid the DUI because you were drinking and you were driving. You don't get to talk your way out of your feelings if you never controlled your feelings in the first place. And that's what I'm talking about. There are people out here, they're just like, I can't, I'm busy, I'm doing something. It's like, busy doing what? Curing cancer? Doing what? Like the same shit you've been doing? How are you going to get different results if you keep doing the same fucking shit over and over? Definition of insanity. And that's where I'm living at with these people. I'm living in people that say they're going to show up and don't. I'll wait. I got the people that, something in my water? I knew it. Oh no, those are bubbles. I was going to say. You know, there's people that, know you one minute and act like they don't know you the next. I couldn't fucking believe it. My friend, Michaela, came all the way, got her new hair, and actually changed as a person. Right? She got her hair done, looked great, but then she acted like she didn't know me. And in the same breath, she wanted new tickets to MJ Biz Conference, the next convention, and I'm like, what, so you can act like you don't know me again? This is the attitude that I'm talking about. I bring out the realism because then my brain can get real. If I live in a delusion, right, where I want to convince people of my thoughts, or I want to convince myself of it, right? I got to talk myself into it, wish it, the secret, manifest it, whatever. Some part of it is delusional because you haven't seen it happen yet. But one of the things you can't be delusional is about the work. You got to be the person that actually puts in the work. You actually got to go see the psychologist. You got to do the homework that he or she gives you. You actually have to practice what you preach and give it some time, enough for you to fucking go through your mind and see what things are going on and how they're going on and all these other things. You're going to have to see the forest through the trees and sit there in that dark room long enough to have clear thoughts and ambitions and goals. That's the work that gets done. Because it all goes back to the goals. Because then you're going to ask somebody, someone's going to ask you for a business plan. They're going to ask you what your goals are. And they're going to ask you what direction you're going. And if you don't choose a direction, then there's no direction. It's like the labyrinth, you know, either you go left, you're going to go left forever. Either you go right, you're going right forever. You should have gone straight to the castle, but you couldn't see it. And that's the difference between me and the other people. I started to see myself get fat. I couldn't see my own dick. And I was like, I'm almost 30, bro. I need to start working out. I need to start juicing. I need to start cleansing. I need to do anything but what I'm doing. Overeating late at night, getting all the sugars and just making myself feel fat. When I eat, and by keeping it real, it kind of makes me feel safe and numb. And that's a sedation in itself. So if it puts me in the food coma and I feel just yummy in the bed and I go to bed with a full stomach, I can't be surprised that my stomach is full in the morning and extra fat was added. It was the lack of calories. It was the calorie reduction in fasting. That whole breakfast calories were gone, and I was only eating a shake for lunch or drinking a shake for lunch and eating before 11, 3 to 11. I could eat anything I want, but I just try to not eat pizza, not eat hamburgers, but I did eat those. But I mean, I tried not to. I tried to eat more vegetables and rice and chickens as much as I could and knock off the fucking sugar. And next thing I know, I fucking melted. Now I got my ex-girlfriend saying stupid shit like, you might have an eating disorder. Bitch, I had an eating disorder when I was 16. When I was throwing up my meals and I was binging and purging trying to make weight for the wrestling team. That's real. That's really real. So was my cocaine habit. I had to be real with those things. And I was like, you know, cocaine is an effective way to keep off weight. It just isn't. And neither is starvation and bulimia. That shit don't work. I'm just telling you right now, blow out your own teeth, your skin tends to draw in, and it eats away at your muscles instead of your fat. You'll lose weight, but only if you do a deduct calorie intake. Not because you took in the calories and purged them out. That's not the truth. And I had to learn it the hard way. I'm telling you, I used to throw up my meals. I feel really sinful. I had to make weight. This is all bad. And I mean, I just spent all this money on the food, Sunset Buffet. I just didn't have the right attitude towards food. I didn't have the right eating habits. I wasn't doing it right. And if you can talk to yourself right and get right, you know, then things get right. You know, then when you go right, it doesn't go wrong. But if for sure things keep going wrong, you know your path is not defined. That's why I said if there's not a path, create one. That's why I use that thumbnail, because you're creating your own path. You're spending your own time. This is your own creation, believe it or not. This is your movie. You're on set. All the actors around you are people that you chose and gave a position to. And that's just what it is, bro. And I live in that world with you. So I'm just sitting here going like, there are people, and I can look at it out there, that are real with themselves, and there are people that are not real with themselves. And that's just the difference. There are people that are going to post their child up. I see rims on a truck and it's lifted up. I see insecurities. Okay? You don't have to prove anything to me. Matter of fact, when's the last time your car was even in 4-wheel drive? Your truck? No? It's just for being pretty. It doesn't even get dirty. Oh, okay, I got you. So it's not really a work truck. It's an ego truck. I just see it that way. Or how about the girl that's doing porn, got her full-on tits out. I hit tits on shirts because I sell tits on shirts. Because of the mesh, you can see the tits. I'm blocking my junk doing my naked photos for Reliable Models after I lost all my weight. And they're blocking it left, right, and straight. And I'm like, I see girls' buttholes. I see girls' nipples, dude. I mean, full-on JJ legs open. And you're flagging me, bro? I got a big old logo blocking my shit, yo. And on purpose. But you're still in an algorithm trying to block it. There's people like that, bro. Doing full-on porn, but have the shame of the game to start arguing with me in the DMs. Oh, like, lady, you got to have something better to do. And I clocked it. I waited an hour to fucking have a response. Then I waited 8 hours to have a response. And she was on it every second, living. Couldn't wait to keep up the argument. Couldn't wait to keep up the facade. Couldn't wait to keep up her ego. You're only proving it to one dumbass, and that's me. I'm just one person. Other people are going to have opinion. You're going to spend all day trying to argue with people or change their opinion or force them to be a certain way or even show your true colors and how obnoxious, entitled, and egotistical you are. I used to do the same thing. I'd get up on the fucking message machine and show how big of an asshole I was with my mean words, but I was getting mean and I was letting them know what I mean, and you know what I mean, and that's what it was. That's real. So, I mean, if you want to get real with yourself, the sky's the limit. This is David Goggins shit. This is unlocking it and shit. My buddy was like, yeah, you really motivated me to get back into the studio. And I felt it, and I feel good about it. But you just got to do the work. It's not me. I'm not going to come around doing the lifting. I'm over here changing my buddy's tires for them. I'm like, you're a grown-ass man, bro. You don't want to save yourself. You're going to let another grown-ass man come here. You got a full jack and a full tire, full-size tire, and you're going to let another man come save you because you're afraid about making a mistake or you don't have the energy to change the tire or the knowledge? Man, nothing drives the pussy up faster. There's so many people, and that's the people that don't get hired. These are the people that don't move forward. I'm trying to explain it, but it's true. You know what I mean? Like, it's the truth. This is what it is, especially with Saints Addiction. I had to be real with myself, right? I had to get real with myself and say, man, that Tommy's breakfast burrito that I was eating at 5 o'clock in the morning on cocaine made me throw up in the morning, right? And I can't start the day off with a coffee and a donut and expect to be healthy. It just doesn't make sense. But there's a lot of people that want to live in denial. It's too emotional to go over the childhood trauma. It's too much work to do shadow work. I get it. But what hurts most? Living a lie? Continuing down a slippery path that will cause you to overeat, be depressed, and not let your brain function? That's why I hit those weights this morning. I need that stress out. I need my brain to fire endorphins so I can start seeing things a little bit more positively. Turn the negatives into positive. I actually work on those neural pathways and say, at least I don't have my life in Nigeria, Syria, or Bangladesh. I'm not a living slave. I have options. I might not like my options. I might bitch about my situation, but I'm also in action. So even without money, I can still make something happen. Today's the first day of ASD. I won't have a signal. I'm breaking up with my girlfriend and having arguments and being emotional. Either way, I still got to show up and go to work every day. I still got to show up and put a smile on my face. Nobody's going to give a shit if you're getting divorced. They're not going to buy a car from you if you're getting divorced. So there's got to be some realm of self-control here. There's got to be some section for self-awareness. There got to be somebody that can get chin checked and be like, yeah, you're right. Most people don't want to do that, especially women. Accountability, oh no, I haven't been doing the work. Oh no, I've been putting on the weight. My feelings hurt. You haven't been putting on the weight. Well, how about you knock off the feelings and start knocking on the weights, right? You know what I mean? How about you want to be healthy for yourself? Who wants that extra 30, 40 pounds that I was carrying around my waist and it started to come back a little bit on my heart from the start? It's on me, whether I like it or not. Trying to climb Machu Picchu, I was overweight for it. I try to work out and get in the shape for it, but, you know, I don't have any boxing rings. I'm not in some bodybuilding competition, but the competition is me to stay healthy. I want to see my own dick. I want to be able to lift things. I want to be able to participate. That's going to require some effort, and it's not a magic fucking wand. And I'm sick of people acting like people are entitled that owe them an explanation or do what they say they're going to say what they want them to do or whatever the opinions of others. Don't be taking opinions from people that you wouldn't switch places with. You're listening to your sister's abusive and mean, she's an asshole, and the other one's fucking psychotic and all over the place, and you told me that. You're taking counsel from fools. Echo chambers that only hear what you want to hear. I'm not about that life. I didn't choose my friends that way. No sir, no ma'am. My friends are the way that they are. Just the way that they are. And some friends get ebbed and flow if they're abusive, if they're saying the N-word, or all they do is have negativity when I call them on the phone. We don't have to talk as much. I'll reach out less, say less. And that's what we're doing around here. We're saying less and doing more. Rogan Babe, we're saying less and doing more. And I don't want to hear an excuse, a reason, a bitch back, a talk back. I can already see how your mind works. They're not like us. They're already like, they can't even hear themselves bitch and moan. Right, just unscrew it. 510. I only got a little bit left, but I wanted to get on this Cottonmouth because that's the homie. Cottonmouth Green Runts Live Resin Vape 0.8 gram tester. Your boy got the tester right there. We're gonna test this out. Not a nice little smoking review this morning with my homies. Some new weed, new things, new attitude, new action, being about it. I didn't travel the world because I was sitting around. That's why I told him, like, why is Mark get it? When I was changing the tire, I was talking in third person. Why is Mark get to go travel the world? Because I put in the work. I get my hands dirty. I'm the first one to take action. I don't wait around for somebody else to fucking tell me what to do, when to do it. I tell myself what to do and when to do it. I tell it when to work out. I tell it what to eat. I tell it where to be. How about that? And that's up to you too. You know, if it's meant to be, it's up to me, but people don't want to be as powerful as they can be. They want to let their feelings dictate everything. Well, if that's your mood, then choose your mood, bro. For reals though, you can choose your own fucking mood. Why choose a negative one? I'm just curious. Oh shit, this one's kind of already coming out. But no, I'm serious. If you can choose a mood, why choose a negative one, bro? You know what I mean? If you could choose anything, I'll put some of this on my forehead, in my temples, get some of this oil on my skin. Yeah. Oh, man. Try to relieve some of my own stress and breathe and take control over my mind and not let my attitude dictate things to me or someone else dictate to me. It's just stupidity, bro. I blocked that girl. I don't need to continue arguments. You know what I mean? I don't want to be involved in stupid shit. I don't want people around me that aren't really with me. You know? That part too, bro. We're all in it together. Planet A, there's no planet B, but there are people that will play it the way that they want to see it. And I just didn't want to be that way. Oh, it's lighting up. It just lit up. Like it noticed it. It's like, ooh, hi. Hi, how are you? I'm good. Hi, I'm about to be high. I'm not putting on the top yet because I want to, I guess I can put on the top technically, but that way you can see it, how much vape you got. This is a full smoking review. I love that part, but my God, that tastes like a dab. Ooh, wee, that's amazing. It tastes tasty. Green Runts, huh? Cottonmouth Green Runts Live Resin Vape Cart. Amen. 76.2% THC. Carophyllene, limonene, humulene. That is amazing. Wow. See? And just like that, my attitude's changed. Weed helps, you know, but it's the way that I process things. It's the neural pathways. It's the years of saying there's alternate ways. There's another way. Jack Frost, I went the path less chosen by, and it gave me the attitude of gratitude. It gave me the, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. It gave me the, I think I can, and all those things I've watched myself do it over and over again. Go to places I've never been, can't even pronounce, make it back from world travel, was over a year without any money, right? And still come back and be me. Even if there's an abortion and another abortion and a miscarriage, I still got to keep swinging. Even if it's a South Korean prison, Mexico prison, and American prison, I got to keep swinging. Even if they steal my shit from my shop, or I've been homeless, or been arrested how many times, I have a passion. I have fashion, I have a passion for fashion, but I also have goals. And in my life goals, I want to do something before I die. And you need to have something like that in your life. Something that's worth more than your excuses, something's worth more than the pain, something worth more than the emotions. You have plenty of time to be dead and have all that emotionality and figure it out when you're in a grave. But right now you're living it, and there's a power in that now. If you really want it, it'll really happen. But you got to really want it, and you got to really, 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 really deep down inside want it. You know, most of these people, They're faking it. I'm over here, I'm earning it. And there's the difference. All my heart from start, your boy Marky Saint, peace and love. And as always, Chigatan. That means goodbye, but not forever in Finnish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. But the other side of fear, the other side of fucking your excuses, the other side of the world, because that's where I'll be. Smelling finish lines and crossing over to things that I never thought were possible, but I got to see with my own eyes, my own life, and the way that it can be. And that's what I'm grateful for. See you on the other side.